All right, it's time to check in now with Sky News weather. Rob Sharp, he joins me live now. What is the latest, Rob, with the flood emergency in New South Wales? Last hour we were hearing it was still torrential rain in Lismore.
Yeah, well, we're still seeing the same thing in Lismore. We've had an exceptional amount of rainfall in the north coast of New South Wales through the night and into this morning. These are some of the biggest totals in the last 24 hours. Dunoon on the New South Wales north coast, 775. That is the second highest New South Wales 24-hour total on record. So almost broke the New South Wales rain record. New South Wales Lismore broke its all-time record with 467 millimetres. In Queensland, in northern suburbs of Brisbane, Bracken Ridge picked up 444 millimetres yesterday. Brisbane 223, so the third day in a row over 200. And Coolangatta also picked up 270 millimetres, its second highest day of rain on record. So in New South Wales, these are the priority flood warnings. So record-breaking flooding occurring in Lismore at the moment, and that is going to flow downstream and connect up with the Richmond River. And so we're going to see in some locations, particularly Coraki and Woodburn, 2017 or even greater than 1974 flooding a possibility. Major flooding occurring in a few other rivers as well, including for the Tweed, but it's not quite above the 2017 level. And in southeast Queensland, the flooding is continuing. So the Brisbane River in the city is starting to slowly recede now, but we'll see another peak later today, not quite as high. In Ipswich, we've got the major flooding. Maryborough will peak this evening, and the Albert and Logan rivers also within major flooding as well. So here's the latest radar. The heavy rain last night continued for southeast Queensland, but slowly eased back. And right now, the focus is the far north coast of New South Wales. So the system is, again, moving slower than expected. So all of the forecast models by this point in the day had the rain at Lismore and further south. So the rain is lasting longer than expected once again, and that means that the totals are becoming much higher than expected, and the flood situation is continuing to worsen by the hour. So very dangerous thunderstorm in this yellow shaded area, and more generically, the risk of heavy rainfall and damaging wind gusts across this region in the yellow, spreading almost as far south as Port Macquarie in that yellow shaded region. So in the forecast models, you can see the heavy rain continuing through this morning and this afternoon for the north coast, and probably at some point this evening or maybe overnight, if it gets delayed once again, the heavy rain will move out to sea, at least temporarily, because on Wednesday, Sydney and the south coast of New South Wales are in the firing line for this system to swing back onto the coastline again with more wild weather. But across the country elsewhere today, extratropical cyclone Annika is up in the northwest, so wild weather up there once again likely, as the system should become a cyclone as it pops out to sea. And we've got severe storms active in parts of eastern SA, western Victoria and southern New South Wales right now. So a lot going on in the weather. We've got full coverage, in fact rolling coverage on channel 601.
Rob, that is quite a map. Thank you.